Hello, welcome to the Aggie Chocolate Factory Expo. This is episode 1, Farming and Origin. In this episode, we're going to talk about where cocoa beans come from, how they grow, and the process that they undergo prior to coming here to the Aggie Chocolate Factory. Chocolate comes from cocoa beans, and cocoa beans come from a cocoa pod. These cocoa pods grow on cocoa trees that grow 20 degrees north and south of the equator. Because of this, they only grow in tropical climates. Often, they grow underneath the canopy of banana leaves, and the cocoa trees are very sensitive to climate, disease, and they're not very hardy plants. The majority of the world's cocoa comes from small family farms. Unlike a lot of the other food that we grow here in the US that are on large plantations, each cocoa farm is individually owned. A lot of this is due to the fact that the cocoa trees are so sensitive and have not been able to survive being planted in a plantation style. When cocoa beans are harvested, they're removed from the trunks and the branches of the tree, often using a machete or some other type of sharp tool. They cut the pod in half, and inside of the cocoa pod, you'll find the cocoa beans. Cocoa beans, when found in the cocoa pod, are a gray or purple color. Each bean is surrounded by a mucus that is white and very sweet, and often is described as having a lychee or a mango type flavor. This is very important in some of the processes that cocoa beans undergo. The beans are then removed out of the pod along with this white pulp. This white pulp and the beans are then laid out onto banana leaves and covered in more banana leaves and left for several days in order to allow for the cocoa beans to ferment. This fermentation process is what will eventually determine some key factors of chocolate, including the flavor. Without the fermentation step, you would have a very astringent and bitter chocolate. After the beans have been fermented, they're then laid in the sun to dry, or they're laid into boxes where artificial drying occurs. Artificial drying is done using either fire or other types of heat sources that are not the sun. Once these beans have been dried for several days up to a week, they'll be bagged and shipped off to the Aggie Chocolate Factory. Here at the Aggie Chocolate Factory, we receive our beans currently from 3 different countries. They are Belize, Ecuador, and Ghana. These beans are sourced from different areas around the world to obtain some of the best flavors and optimal flavor profiles. Thank you so much for joining me here at the Aggie Chocolate Factory Expo of 2020. This is the end of episode 1. We encourage you to visit us on our website at aggiechocolate.com and check out some of the unique chocolate products that we carry. Be sure to use the coupon code shown on the screen to get great discounts. Thanks, see you next time.